Hey guys, it's Kelsey. I'm back with another scrapbooking process video, and today I'm scrapbooking a page that has 5 photos on them. So I've had a couple people say, not really recently, but in the past, how they want to see more like multi-photo pages, just because a lot of people, it's not practical to do a bunch of layouts that only have 1 or 2 pages, even though I know they're the most fun to design because you have so much room to really be creative. But I know a lot of people at home, it's not as practical. Most people need to get a lot more photos per page scrapbooking. So hopefully this will be a really fun example. I'm taking these 5 photos. They were all 4x6. I'm just going to try and make a little collage and trim some of them down so they can all fit. Because there's a lot of dead space in some of these photos, so I don't really need all of it to show. But if you watched my last process video, that was when me and Benoit made this really cool shelf for the farrier at Cavaglia Edicio because he really needed some place to organize all of his tools. And as a thank you, Remy made me a brand, like an actual steel brand. And before he gave it to me, he branded all the stuff that Benoit and I made so that it had my initials like burned into the surface. So that was really cool. I kind of got to work and he was mostly done with it, but Benoit kind of took me out and was like, surprise, and he showed me, and it was so cool. It's just my initials, but he did a really good job with it. He had this really fancy twisted handle, and it's like a prized possession of mine now. I still have it in my house. But I thought it was just so cool. So you can see that first photo to the upper left is him working with his forge and his anvil to create it. The second photo, he's branding the step that Benoit and I made. The right hand photo is the finished brand on that step, so you can really see. And then lower left hand photo is Remy branding the shelving unit that we made him, and then the right hand photo is me just kind of showing you the brand. But yeah, I that was the coolest thing ever, and I have a sneaking suspicion that was Benoit's idea. Because he always tried to do stuff like that. Him and me making this stuff, he always tried to make it sound like I did way more than I actually did to make me look good to other people. But I have a suspicion that he asked Remy to do this for me as a thank you, but I'm still like eternally grateful that he did that because it was just such a sweet surprise. But like I said in my last layout, I pulled in kind of a neutral paper from that one paper pad that was kind of just full of marbles and wood grain. And I'm just trying to focus on a couple colors from the Flourish collection because I found that's the easiest way for me to use a more colorful collection that's kind of overwhelming, is to just pick a couple of the colors to focus on. So for this page, I wanted to focus on this blue that's in this collection. So I have a 6x6 paper pad of this blue floral. I had a scrap of this black and white. And so I'm like, okay, so this page, I'm going to focus on black and white and blue. Whatever is in this collection that's in that color scheme, that's what I'm going to focus on. So you can see to the left there, I kind of pulled out a couple of the chipboard bits that are in the blue collection. Then I also have my sticker sheet there. But I'm really just going to try and focus on that one blue. So I decided just to tuck in a couple of these scraps top and bottom. And then I really liked the idea of, because I have this huge blocky photo collage, I really wanted the clusters to be on the diagonal just so it created some kind of flow. So that's why I decided to have these photo layers in opposite corners. And now I'm just trying to create an embellishment cluster in each of those areas. So I tucked a doily on either side, and now I'm just trying to stick in a couple stickers and embellishment bits. So I stuck in that little blue house up there. There's this black and white floral chipboard, and then there's this layery embellishment bit that has that same blue that has says beautiful day. So that's going to create the little cluster up there. And then at the bottom, I really wanted to use this blue floral heart. So I'm just pairing that with this grateful sentiment because I'm very grateful, and layering that up down there for that bit. This page came together really quick. I find a lot of pages where you're using a lot of photos do just because there's not a whole lot of space for the designing, but it really does help a page come together quickly. So I didn't want that blue heart to run into the same blue floral background, so I just add another bit of doily down there. But yeah, I think that looks really cute. I'm trying to think about what I do next. I think I go with my title. This is pretty much the page. I do go in with some black and white washi you'll see in a little bit. This black and white stripe I thought would be another cool added layer, just bring in that black and white again. So I'm just going to run that top and bottom of this page, and then all I need to do after that is my journaling and my title. I definitely wanted a black title just because I am pulling in this black and white. I have this huge open area to the upper left-hand part of the page, so I figured my title could sit there. And then the open part on the bottom right side of the page, I could do a little bit of journaling. So that's my goal. But I think this looks really good as far as balanced colors and embellishment. But I pulled in this little black foam font here. I'm just going to call it my brand. I had to Frankenstein a couple of these letters, but it ends up working out. But I think that looks really nice, and then I'll do a little bit of journaling once I get that down too. I love these black foam alpha thickers are my favorite, like any kind of black foam alpha. And this one's nice too because it kind of gives you a mix of the loopy letters and the straight letters, so you can kind of pick. I usually prefer the straight letters, but I was out, I think. But on particular titles like this where I have a B and a D and they're both loopy, it really is nice, I think, to kind of frame my title up. But now I need to do and then my journaling I end up doing on the bottom in just my little black pen. It just says Remy made me my own brand as a thank you for the farrier shelf. He also branded my projects with it. So cool. January 2012. So yeah, that was really awesome. That's so cool that he did that. Benoit told me to go home and paint it in clear nail polish so that it wouldn't rust. So I've done that, and it's been almost 10 years and it's still looking really good. But that's my journaling, and here are the close-ups. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.